Good morning everyone. I am Sharmila working as faculty of computers in Sanjeev College of Arts and Science. In last section we discussed about the first unit concepts. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on stack unit 2 section 3.
First of all, what is stack? Stack is a linear data structure. It works on last in first out mechanism. The insertion operation is called push operation. The deletion operation is called pop operation. Push operation on filled stack causes overflow. Pop operation on empty stack causes underflow. The initial value of stack pointer is -1. That means linear data structure is a data elements are organized in some sequence is called linear data structure. Last in first out means last element is deleted first. Next, insertion operation is called push operation. That means adding the elements. Deletion operation is called pop operation. That means delete the elements. And push operation on filled stack causes overflow. For suppose stack is full. The condition is overflow condition. Stack is empty. The condition is underflow condition. The initial value of stack pointer is -1. That means the starting point. Next, stack representation. If you look at this diagram, this is the stack representation diagram. This is the stack diagram. A, B, C, D, E are the data. Push means adding the elements. Pop means delete the element. Stack is a LIFO manner. LIFO means last in first out. The element E is inserted last. So first delete the element E. Next delete the element D. That is the stack. Top element is E. E is the top element. This is the stack representation. Next, ADT. ADT means abstract data type. Any set of elements that are of the same data type can be used as a data object for stack. For example, stack of integers, stack of names of students, stack of employee records, and stack of records of processes of the operating system. Next, basic operations that are performed in the stack are push, pop, get top, is empty, is full. First, push operation. Add an item into the stack. If the stack is full, then it is said to be an overflow condition. Next, pop. Remove an item from the stack. If the stack is empty, then it is said to be an underflow condition. Get top. Returns top element of the stack. Both insertion and deletions are allowed at only one end, called top. Next, is empty. Returns true if the stack is empty, else false. Is full. Returns true if the stack is full, else false. These are the basic operations. Push is adding the element, pop is delete the element, get top is topmost element, is empty means stack is empty or not, is full means stack is full. Next, operations on stack. If you look at this diagram, these are the operations. Push and pop are the operations. First, if you look at this, in stack 1 is stored. Next, push the element 2. 2 is push. Next, element 3 is push. Push means add. So, element 3 is insert. And next, element 4 is insert. And next, element 5 is insert. And stop the stack. Because the stack size is only 5. So 5 elements are stored and stop the stack. Stop, stack is full. 5 elements are stored, the stack is full. That means overflow condition. Stack is overflow. And the topmost element is 5. 5 is the topmost element. In this push operation, the algorithm steps are: first, step 1, check if the stack is full. First, check if the stack is full or not. If the stack is full, produces an error and exit. If the stack is not full, and push the elements. Okay. Next step, add data elements to the stack location where top is pointing. After storing the elements, and the final point is the top point, and successfully the process is successful. This is the push operation, and stack is full, that means overflow. Next, pop operation. First, check if the stack is empty or not. Okay. Next, if the stack is empty, produces an error and exit. If the stack is not empty and the data element at which top is pointed. So, pop means delete the element. This is the stack. First deleting element is 5. Next deleting element is 4. Next deleting element is 3. Next 2. Next 1. So, stack is empty. Empty means underflow. Stack is, final result is stack is underflow. This is the pop operation. Stack is only one side opened tube. Okay. Next, representation of stack using array. If you look at this diagram, this is the array representation. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 are the data, and the stack pointer is 50. The last element is stored in 50, so the stack pointer is 50. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the addresses. And next, this is the stack data structure. Stack is one side open to both push and pop operations are only one side. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 are the data, and the data is stored in the stack, and the topmost element is 50. This is the stack representation using an array. Next, linked representation. First of all, a linked list is a sequence of links which contain items. Each link contains a connection to another link. So this is the diagram. If you look at this, the head is the starting point. The starting point is connected to the node. These are the nodes 10, 20, 30, 40. There are 4 nodes are connected in sequential order using single link. Link means arrow mark. This is the forward direction, and the ending point is null. Node contains 2 parts. One is data part, another one is next part. Next means address. This address is used to connect the another node, and the another node next is connected to the next node. These are the linked list representation. Next, applications of stack. Stack are used to evaluate arithmetic expressions. An arithmetic expression can be represented in any one of the following 3 forms: infix notation, prefix notation, and postfix notation. These are the 3 forms. First, infix notation. If the operator is placed in between the operands, then that is called infix notation. That means example, this is the example: A plus B. Operand, operator, operand. Operands between the operator. So this is the infix. And prefix is, if the operator is preceded by the operands, then it is called prefix notation. That means this is the example: first operator, next operands. This is the prefix notation. Next, postfix. If the operator is followed by the operands, then it is called postfix notation. Example is, first operands, AB are the operands, Next, operator. This is the postfix notation. Next, stack are used to convert infix expression into postfix expression. Stacks are used to evaluate postfix expressions. Stacks are used in quicksort algorithms. Sorting means order. Next, stacks are used in recursive functions. Stacks are used in solving towers of Hanoi problem. Stacks are used to store the parameters passing to a method. Stacks are used to perform tree traversals. Traversals means visiting. Okay, these are the applications of stacks. Next, program to implement the stack operation using an array. First, open the notepad and write the program. This program is implementation of stack operations using an array. This is a Java program. Public class stack custom. Public is a modifier, class is a keyword, stack custom is class name. Class is open, and next declare the variables int size, int array, int top. These are the variable declaration. Next, constructor. Stack custom is the constructor. Constructor means function. This constructor name is same as the class name. Stack custom of int size. This means constructor having size as parameter. Next, this dot size equal to size. This dot array equal to new int of size. This dot top equal to -1. This method insert an element on stack. Okay, so constructor is closed. Next, public void push. Push means insert an element. Check if the stack is full or not. If the stack is not full, and insert the elements. Okay, this is the statement. If the stack is full, then the output displayed stack is full. This is the push operation. Next, pop operation. Pop means delete the element. Public int pop. Delete the element. First, check if the stack is empty or not. If the stack is not empty, then delete the element. Top minus minus means delete. Delete the element. Else, if the stack is empty, so display the statement stack is empty. Return -1. Next, public boolean is empty. This method deletes element from the stack. Okay, public boolean is empty method. This method deletes an element from the stack. Next, is boolean is full. Public boolean is full. This method insert an element from the stack. Okay. Next, this is the main function, public static void main. String argues. This is the main function. So the process starts to the main function. And first, push element 10 into the stack. Next, push 30. Next, push 50. Next, push 40. So elements are pushed. And the output displayed these elements into the stack. And the pop means delete. There are 3 pop operations are performed. So deletion operation is performed. So close the main function and close the program. So this is the stack program. And next, save file, save as. My program is saved in my folder desktop. My folder name is ds. So save the program. This program saved in class name stack custom, capital S, stack custom .java. Okay, this program is saved in stack custom.java. That means class name.java. Next save. Okay. Minimize. Next open the command prompt. So run this program in command prompt. Open the command prompt. First change the directory. cd space my program saved in desktop. So cd space desktop, enter, change the directory. Next cd space my folder name is ds. This is my folder name, ds, capital ds. So enter, so change the directory. Next compile the program, java c space program name is stack custom dot java, enter. So no errors. In compilation time there are no errors. Next run the program, java space stack custom. Okay, enter. So this is the output. Stack is empty. First check stack is empty or not. So stack is not empty. Push element 10. Next 30, 50, 40. Push these elements. Next in pop operation, first delete the element 40. Next 50. Next 30. So these elements are pushed. Next these elements are popped. In stack, first delete the last element because stack follows last in first out principle. That means last element is deleted first. So this is the output.
So these are the stack concepts. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.